What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jason X4 here. Now, yesterday I obviously put up a video talking about not necessarily knowing what this channel needed to kind of, I guess, change up in a way, or get some attention in some shape and form, or what I should be doing. And I wanted to get some feedback from you guys to kind of understand where we're gonna go from this point forward. So I did get some comments, and I did get some DMs about where I should kind of go with the channel, and some ideas and some feedback coming from a lot of people as well. And one of the ideas I kind of had thought about at one point, and someone else has also brought it up, I was wondering if I should go as far as to do Doujin reviews or some type of rate the Doujin type of thing. And you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time we actually did it. Like, the very few times we did do Doujins, somewhat did alright, somewhat didn't. Like, mainly, the Genora one was obviously the one I think a lot of people will remember. The one where we talked about Metamorphosis was an alright one. It didn't do that well, but it didn't do that horribly. And then, obviously, we had some of my favorite Doujins that we talked about, which that did fine. It was what it was, but still, nonetheless, I feel like we could talk about this and make this an actual series. So I think every week I'm gonna try. Don't hold me to it, but I think we should do every week just straight up Doujin reviews, whether it's multitude of Doujins that we're gonna talk about or just one Doujin in particular. And today I want to try that right now for a multitude of Doujins. Now, have you heard of Mobius Unleashed? I feel like if you're a part of the Sonic fandom, everybody has heard of Mobius Unleashed at least once before. It is a very old Gentai property. It is a very old Gentai art association agency type of beat thing subscription service that still is going on, and it still creates new content. I don't know what's behind said paywall of Mobius Unleashed, because yes, there is a website that you can look it up, and yes, there is some free samples, but granted, there is a lot of I want to know how much new stuff had they made, because there has to be some new things, honestly. But anyway, when it comes to Mobius Unleashed, that is a name that has ring dormant with me for many years where I shouldn't even know what Gentai is, but years nonetheless. And it was one of my first exposures to pretty much how awesome a lot of these Sonic female characters can be. And so today I kind of want to take a trip to memory lane and kind of show you a little bit of that heat, sauce, and sexy creamy stuff that comes out of ladies' vagina, and pretty much just kind of show you some of my favorite Doujins that I like to had read back then and still currently like. There is a lot of it that contains Tails in it. Honestly, this is how you finna find out why Tails is the homie and why I like Tails so much. It's because of these damn Doujins. Let's start off with one of my favorite stories of Tails, Tails Tinkering. This story was absolutely insane, and there was a big detail in here that I absolutely forgot. So I think the story for this one was like Tails was making some type of machine to, I guess, replicate some of the, some of people that Tails have known, and it replicated like a bunch of girls that Tails obviously know that's from the Sonic universe. Obviously, they were all naked, and you can kind of guess where things were gonna go down. Obviously, all the girls are trying to get into Tails, even licking his asshole, which honestly, that's the thing I didn't even think about, honestly, but it is what it is. And Tails was getting all the coochie. Some of the girls were just playing with themselves, and it was a nice time. My favorite part out of all of it, obviously, was definitely all the girls combined together into this fusion, and then literally, it's the best of every single character while you're trying to smash, honestly. You had Amy in there, you had Cream the Rabbit, you had pretty much, I think, Fiona the Fox in there, you had Barbie in there, and I think you had Maureen in there, and then you just get to have some good time with them in this fusion. It was honestly nice for your boy. It was nice for Tails. Tails was getting all the best action he could, literally, and it was just like not even them for real. It was just a replicate version of all of them, which was honestly absolutely hilarious. And then I think the hilarious part of the ending of it was obviously Sonic finding out about this, and he was just like, oh hey Sonic, yeah, I got this machine that lets you smash all the girls that you want, so you know it's kind of fun, let me know when you want to use it. And then this man uses the machine, and literally Tails had to be the one to pretty much kind of be like dealing with all this hedgehog semen everywhere on this damn machine, because Sonic can't clean up after himself. He's a dirty ass mother effer. Honestly, Sonic, clean up after yourself. Like, ain't nobody trying to clean up your own semen. So definitely when it comes down to things, I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones, and I probably give it like an 8 out of 10. Again, it's pretty much like a low-key vanilla thing. It's not necessarily anything too serious, which is good, and I like my vanilla content, so you know I absolutely had to get this one some time of day, if I'm being perfectly honest with you guys. There was another one, I think, and I can't find it where I'm looking it up actually. I think there was like another one called Training Day, and there was like one where basically Sonic, Tails, Cream, and Amy were like out training and doing whatever and sparring pretty much. And there was like, I want to say at one point Sonic spin dash at Amy, which ripped all her clothes off, and so they basically got into like a sexy session with that, even though Amy was about to bash Sonic with the hammer, but still nonetheless they got into some sexy time. It was Sonic and Amy, Tails and Cream getting in there because Cream was sensitive and it was the first time, so obviously Tails had to, you know, go slow sticking it into Cream, and it was a nice time. My favorite part obviously was Tails and Sonic switching partners, so that time Tails got to have some of Amy and Cream got to have some of Sonic, which there you go my boy Tails, get you some main heroine coup. I give it like maybe like a 6.5. It's not my favorite, but it's one of the first ones I got to see of Sonic when it comes to these Doujins, honestly. Hershey and Cream, haha, one of my favorites. This is, you probably want to know why I put Hershey in the Rate the Waifu. This is the reason I love this freaking Doujin. It's mainly because, as I said before in that one, basically Hershey was babysitting Cream, except Cream was on some dominant sexy tip and essentially, you know, had some, you know, dildo play going on with a carrot, and it was just some nice timing, honestly, and they were just enjoying themselves before Vanilla got back, so they didn't get caught with it. And I just love how, again, dominant Cream was, especially when I think she stuck her finger inside of Hershey just so she can kind of control the situation a bit, which is very hilarious and very cool. And it's, you know, it's nice to see a dominant Cream every so often. Like I wouldn't mind to see a dominant Cream. She can have me like how K-Sun used me in Amazon style. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up on Twitter if you can find it. Also Patreon is a thing if you want to look it up for it. But definitely, I don't mind me a dominant Cream. Dominant Creams are really good. Oh, how did I forget this one? Oh yeah, happy birthday to Tails, honestly. This is the most simplest one, yet this is one of the more, I would say, effective ones, where Tails basically, it's his birthday and he gets to clap every single booty cheek of every single Sonic female character that is existing. It's, again, a simple one, but a nice one. Now there is some of these Doujins I have never read before, which I am very tempted to read, like the Mess Doujins, which is like MESS, like those Doujins I haven't read, but I want to. Also, this is a new one. What is this? Go F yourself, Tails, or something like that. What? I have never seen this one. Now, granted, I've seen people lewd Tails and want to use Tails like a girl before, which, fair play, but still, I have never seen this one. I might have to read this on my downtime, because this might be slapping. Anyway, let's end it off with a famous or a really good artist that really knows how to draw some good content when it comes to Sonic, Michiyoshi, which, honestly, anything they do with, like, Vanilla the Rabbit or Rouge just looks absolutely amazing. They look so thick and so sexy. Hell, a lot of the art is really good. Like, look at this cover of Vanilla right here. Oh my, this is legendary. Like, this rivals right here to Devil's Tokyo in my opinion. This is like super amazing and super good. Like, damn, there's not a lot that rivals to Devil's Tokyo's ability, but this one here, this is kind of right there. Like, absolutely right there. Vanilla the Rabbit is right there with, like, I don't know, Devil Tokyo's OC. Like, they both of them are equally sexy. Both of them can equally get the bouncing, but you know, it's just right there. Honestly, I love these books anytime when it has to do with like Tails, all this, honestly, I can give all of them a 10 out of 10, 100%. Mainly because they're just good, and it's Vanilla the Rabbit, and you know, Tails don't know how to handle all this thickness and sexiness, so of course it's gonna be legendary status. It's just no question. As the time of recording this, I think I'm gonna end this video here. I think I am. I think what I'm gonna do before we go in any more deeper into Michiyoshi's work, I'm gonna give him an art appreciation. I just found out they have a Twitter, and I have seen their work for many years at this point. And at this point, I have to shoot the shot. I have to try to become friends with this person. I honestly, absolutely am a big fan of their work. Absolutely. And I have got to be friends with this person. 100%. No question. So yes, we will end the Doujin here. I think the next set of Doujins that we'll talk about in this current upcoming week, I think we'll talk about Genshin Impact, because I have not looked at any Genshin Impact Doujins at all. So that will be very curious to see what they got. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. Hopefully you'll, you know, like those recommendations I gave you. And yeah, everything will be pretty much alright. So yeah, if you did enjoy this one, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, Patreon is available as well. And until then, it's been your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.